no woman wants to hear that it's a possibility that they can't conceive. Like, it definitely is heartbreaking. I've experienced it, so I know firsthand how that feels. Hey, all of my melanated beauties, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 1 of Moms Need to Be Well. This is a YouTube channel that is going to be discussing as well as providing tips and resources for women of color who are faced with maternal adversities. My name is Karima Davis. I am a mom expecting my 3rd child, a wife, a 9-to-5er, nonprofit founder, and business owner. But not only that, I am a PCOS and PCOS infertility survivor. And that is exactly what we are going to be getting into on episode 1 today. You're definitely going to need a pen and a pad, or make sure you save this to watch for later. Because not only am I going to be sharing my journey with you, but I'm going to be providing you with tips, tools, and resources that I use to help me moderate my PCOS and overcome PCOS infertility. So let's just get right into it. So first, it may be some women on here who already know they have PCOS, but then there may be some women who fear going to the doctor because they don't want to be diagnosed with infertility or PCOS. So what is PCOS? PCOS is polycystic ovary syndrome. And basically what it is it's an abnormal amount of male hormones that are usually present in small amounts in women. And because of this, it causes you to have the cysts, which are like small bubbles that form around our ovaries, which could cause infertility or irregular periods, or even heavy periods. And some of the other symptoms, if you want to know if you possibly have PCOS, would be excess hair growth, hair shedding, weight gain, and of course infertility, increase in anxiety and depression. And I've dealt with a number of the symptoms that we just went over. So I want to give you the rundown of the tips and the resources that I use to help me to moderate my PCOS and to overcome infertility. This is my 2nd miracle baby with having PCOS. Just to share my story, I had my daughter very young, 19, and I had to have a emergency C-section, cesarean. After I had the C-section, I started to have irregular periods where they were either heavy or I would miss periods. So of course I went to a doctor, and I was never diagnosed with PCOS, didn't even know what PCOS was. The resolution for me was birth control. And at the time I was very young, so that was fine. But then I got in a serious relationship with my boyfriend, who is now my husband. And I weeded myself off of the birth control, but I noticed that we weren't conceiving. And we tried for years. And so it finally took me to go to a specialist who was a woman of color. She was close to my age. This is like years later. And she started giving me natural ways of how I could moderate my PCOS and overcome the infertility. There are procedures that can be done for the infertility, but she did advise me, you know, you do have a daughter. My daughter was like 8 or 9 at the time. And with this procedure, it could cause so many changes in your body, like your hair to thin out. And I just don't want to see your daughter, I don't want your daughter to see you going through that. Another major red flag for me was my excess weight gain, because I'm short, I'm 5'2". And she was telling me, you know, hey, there's so much fat forming that you could possibly end up with ovarian cancer. And cancer runs in my family on my mom's side. So that was really the scare that I needed and the encouragement that I needed to actually make the necessary steps to moderate my PCOS and to not only do that, but work on conceiving. So I'm gonna give you that information today that she gave me, and just some steps that you can take in the right direction to help you moderate your PCOS as well as to possibly overcome the infertility. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, of course, but from my experience, this is my second go around. Just start out by saying there are two types of women that have infertility. There are women who have never conceived, and there are women who have conceived before, but they are not able to conceive now. No matter which one or category you fall in, no woman wants to hear that it's a possibility that they can't conceive. Like, it definitely is heartbreaking. I've experienced it, so I know firsthand how that feels. So the tips that I'm going to give you today are going to help you not only moderate your PCOS, but also if you're just dealing with infertility in itself, it's going to help with that as well. Like I said, I'm not an MD, I'm not a registered nurse, but these are tips. Well, these are things that I've applied over the last few years that have worked for me. I'm on my second miracle baby, so I just want to give this information to you, and I hope that it truly gives you a sense of empowerment to take back control over your life, over your body, and to make the necessary steps in the right direction, even if you do go to a doctor. So I have the information here. My first recommendation is to go to a OBGYN. I preferably would say a woman of color, or at least a woman doctor. I feel like they know our genetics better, because our genetics are different from other nationalities. And I can honestly say I have not seen any woman outside of a woman of color in my perinatal specialist office, as well as my OBGYN office. It's all women of color, and it's been an amazing experience. So definitely don't be afraid to go to the doctor. It could be something minor, just an adjustment that you need to make. If you want to conceive, be intentional and overcome that fear, and just go to the doctor. Just go to the doctor. Secondly, everything starts with your mindset as well. So daily affirmations, and I'm not saying just any general affirmations, but I actually did like a vision book. Like, I cut out before and after pictures, and I recited positive affirmations over my body, and I celebrated other people. I know that it's hard when you are in a season that you feel is of drought, and like things that you're wanting are not manifesting, and everyone around you, you're seeing that it's happening. I know it can be discouraging. Everywhere I looked, people were pregnant. Everywhere I looked. And I decided to shift my mindset and to be happy for those people, and to continue to recite positive affirmations over my body as I was doing the outward work as well, which we will get more into. And I have everything here because I want to make sure we don't miss anything. So not only that, but even if you're not overweight, still try to pursue good nutrition in your body. I was plant-based for 2 years, and just because you're plant-based does not mean that you're necessarily healthy. A whole foods diet, and if you don't want to be plant-based, one of the recommendations from my specialist was to do keto, which is a low-carb diet. I know no one likes diets because diets restrict us, but if you do a diet, I encourage you to do it no longer than 21 to 30 days. After that, you can tend to plateau because you're going to get discouraged, because it's a diet. It's not an actual lifestyle change. It's just like a boost to kind of get you in the right direction. And I actually did the keto. I did the keto for almost 2 months when I was diagnosed. When I finally realized I had PCOS, that was one of the diets that she recommended to moderate it and to help me to conceive. So definitely intake more fruits and vegetables. Do the research. See what kind of fruits and vegetables contribute to you being fertile, contribute to you moderating your PCOS. So two of the vitamins that I know that you definitely can intake that helped me my second time around. I was watching a plant-based nutritionist, and Mecca root and black cohost, those are vitamins that promote fertility. And not only that, what I did was I took the pills. I took the Mecca root pills, powder pills, and I took a vitamin called Women's Balance, and it has black cohost in it along with some other nutrients. So not only did it help moderate my periods, but after taking those for 10 weeks, I conceived. So I would definitely drop the link below to Amazon where I actually got those vitamins from, as well as the IG channel for Rashida, which is the plant-based nutritionist that I follow, that gives you all kind of great tips and tools, even if you're not plant-based, that can help fertility and help just promote women's health. So that's another step that you can take. And also try to develop a fitness lifestyle. And I know that's not easy for everyone because everybody's not a gym brat, but these are things that I did. I was very intentional about getting that weight off and being more healthy. It's definitely attainable. Remember, everything starts with your mindset. And what I did was I had a book and I wrote down my goals, and I celebrated myself, big or small, you know. Write down your goals weekly. Be honest with yourself. Create goals that are realistic, unless you have like the willpower and just go beast mode. I didn't, so I had to write down realistic short-term goals for myself. Invest in a personal trainer if you can. I know before my second pregnancy, I invested in a personal trainer, and it held me accountable. It helped me to lose the weight. And after doing that in keto, I was doing spin class as well. I was able to conceive. If you can invest in a personal trainer, highly recommend it. I started with a personal trainer, but when it was times that I couldn't go, I was disciplined to the fact where I could customize my workouts. So I would take a book with me to the gym, a small book, and I would write my workouts for the week before I went to the gym, and I would work on that. And so now I know you're like, well, how am I supposed to start this fitness lifestyle? Like, girl, I don't even know where to start. Personal trainers are too expensive. I can't get a personal trainer right now. It's okay. I got you. I got you. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you can do. So get you a notebook and a pen. That's where you're gonna start. And start off with full body workouts. I feel like full body workouts get you quicker results. Then you can work your ways to leg day, arm day, and all of that. But start off with full body workouts. You can definitely Google workouts to do. There are apps on your phone for workouts. I'm gonna actually share one below that I used a lot to help me do full body workouts. And start off, create you a schedule. 2 to 3 times a week or 2 to 3 days a week, and just keep trying it out and see what works for you. But be encouraged, stay intentional. You know, it's no quick fix right away. Like, the work just has to be put in. And I promise you, if you put it in, you're gonna see the results. You definitely are. So definitely start with full body workouts. And one thing about the gym, if you're gonna join the gym, just keep in mind, everybody is at the gym for the same reason. They either trying to lose weight, gain weight, or maintain. So tunnel vision. Just focus on your goals and don't be moved by the bodies in the gym. You'll be surprised that I've worked out with my personal trainer with smaller women who I felt had ideal bodies, but they actually wanted to tone up. Create you a bomb inspiring playlist. Keep them earphones on. I kept my earphones on in the gym. And also buy clothes that complement your body, because when you do that and you feel good, it's going to empower you and make you want to, you know, go for your goals and work out. So get you some cute gym clothes, not for people in the gym, not to get a boo, unless you want to, girl, but for you. Get you some cute clothes. And if you work or if you have a busy schedule, one of the things that helped me, I laid my clothes out. I laid my clothes out, at night if I'm working out at home, or I would pack my gym bag at night. That's what would encourage me. Google is your best friend. Listen, I have Googled so many quick workouts to do. You will be amazed at the transformation that your body can make with just doing 10 to 15 minute workouts every day, or 30-minute workouts 2 to 3 times a week. So like I said, it's definitely attainable. The first step, like I told you, definitely consult with your doctor and see what works for you. I know after I had my second baby, I was super overweight. I gained over 55 pounds. And I would literally be crying while I was doing the workouts because of the weight being so heavy on me. And I had to mentally prepare myself to do the workouts. So these are steps that I took to help me. And I've done them time after time, and I have been able to moderate my PCOS. Even my perinatal specialist was amazed at how I was able to reverse PCOS infertility without me having to do a procedure or get a nutritionist. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting a nutritionist if that's something you can afford and invest in and you want to do that. Some people do need an accountability partner. So I encourage you to embrace that and to do it if you can. But these are practical tips and steps that you can take in the right direction to help you to not only moderate your PCOS, but to help with infertility. So I hope that the information I gave you today, that it encourages you. You know, if you didn't have your pen and your notebook, rewatch this, put it on replay, and write down the information. I'm going to leave my email. Feel free to email me or even comment below on the YouTube video if you need me to go more in depth. If you think that this needs a part 2, definitely let me know. Thank you for your support. I wish you the best on your journey to being your best self, and I will see you on episode 2.